Hi, welcome to the Purls and Polish podcast tutorial edition. I'm your host Rachel, and I'm going to show you how I knit Continental. So there are two styles of knitting that are most popular. One is called Continental, which is what I'm going to show you, and then one is called English. And they also go by the names picking or flicking. And really the only difference is what hand you hold your working yarn in. So in English style or picking, you hold the yarn in your right hand. And in Continental, you hold the yarn in your left hand. So I do Continental, I hold the working yarn in my left hand. And I'm gonna knit this first row so you can see kind of how I knit, and then I'll break down kind of the mechanics. So I won't go too fast. But this is how I knit. Slide those stitches down a little bit. Notice those first couple stitches and the last couple stitches get a little squirrely. But that's how I knit Continental. So how do I actually do this? With every way that you hold yarn, you have to have some tension or some pull on your yarn so that you get even stitches. So I'm going to take my working yarn and I'm going to loop it around my pinky finger. So I'm going to go hand up and go over my pinky finger. And then I'm going to turn my hand over. I'll show you that to you again. I'm going to go hand up, loop my pinky around the yarn, and then turn my hand over. So it looks like I have a little ring on my pinky finger. So over, and then I'm going to slide the yarn under my ring and middle finger and over the top of my first finger. And for me, that creates tension, and enough tension so that I have even stitches. If I'm knitting with a thinner yarn, like fingering weight, if I'm making socks, I will loop one more time around my pointer finger to create some more tension. But with a thicker yarn, I usually don't. So again, come up and under, loop under the two fingers, and then over the top of my pointer finger. And that's where I have tension. So if I pull on this pointer finger, you're gonna see tension here. Now when I'm knitting, I try to keep this finger as close as I can to my knitting. I try not to have my finger all the way out here. That creates stress here in my hand. And I'm someone who has had damage done to my hands. I've overworked them, I've overstressed them. So knitting like this for a long time is not sustainable. It's already creating pain in my hands. So I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna keep this as close as possible, and I'm gonna keep it as relaxed as possible. I don't want to be clenched up when I knit. My right hand is gonna hold my needle where the work is gonna go on. And I'm going to stick it through my work, my first stitch, and I'm going to take my right hand needle and I'm going to wrap around, get that first stitch. The first stitch is always the hardest one for me. It helps if I don't get the work from underneath. And I'm going to hold on to whatever the last stitch I did with my pointer finger of my right hand. So I'm going to go in through my work, and then I'm going to lead with my right needle and scoop. Let's see if I can turn this around. I'm going to scoop around and grab the yarn, get my needle in, and then slip it off. It's gonna look like this. So this is the finger that I'm gonna be kind of scooping around. So I'm almost drawing like a little happy face on this finger. Now, sometimes I'm touching my finger with my needle. Sometimes I'm not. And at this point, I can't really tell the difference anymore because this is how I knit all the time. But I'm gonna scoop down and make a little happy face as I grab my yarn. So I'm gonna go through my work. I'm going to come around, grab the yarn, make a little happy face, and then pull it off. And then I'm gonna move my pointer finger to be on top of that working yarn. I'm gonna go in through my work. I'm gonna scoop around, make that happy face, get my new work on there, and pull it off. And for me, this is the most minimal of movements that I can make. By doing this, I am moving as little as possible, which means that I can knit longer and not have pain. If you are knitting and you are experiencing pain, please stop. We should not feel pain when we craft. That means your body doesn't like what you're doing and you need to adjust. Now, should we take breaks when we knit? Absolutely. Please take breaks. Stretch, get up, go get a snack, get something to drink. But if pain is what you're experiencing as you craft, something is wrong and your body is telling you to stop. So I'm gonna go through that working yarn. I'm gonna loop and make a smiley face and pull it off. And that's how I knit Continental. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video for another tutorial.